Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel Grammar Buzz Learning Made Easy. Today, we are going to learn the difference between two important words, command and order. You may have heard your teachers, parents, or even friends telling you to do something. Sometimes they say it nicely, and other times they say it in a strict way. But did you know that there's a very small difference between a command and an order? Let's find out what makes them different, when we use them, and how they work in real life. But first, let us quickly take a look at the lesson objectives for the day, and they are knowing the difference between a command and an order and knowing how to identify them. So let us talk about something that we hear all the time, and that is orders. What is an order? An order is when someone in charge tells you to do something and you are expected to follow it. It's like a rule, and usually it comes from someone with authority, like a teacher, a parent, or a police officer. For example, when your teacher says, "You must complete your homework by tomorrow," that's an order. When a school rule says, "No running in the hallways," that's an order. Orders are not suggestions, they are meant to be followed. Isn't that so? So we can easily say that an order is a polite request or instruction to do something, often in a formal or business setting. An order can be given by anyone to anybody, and an order tells us what to do, and it is to be followed strictly. Now let us take into account two example sentences in order to understand what is an order. And the sentences are, raise your hand before speaking and take out your English book. Let us consider the first example sentence, raise your hand before speaking. What does it mean? This means that before you say something in class, you should lift up your hand and wait for the teacher to call on you. Why is it an order? Because it is a rule given by the teacher, who is the person in charge of the classroom. It helps keep the class quiet and organized so everyone gets a chance to speak. Why is it important? It shows respect to your teacher and classmates. It helps prevent noise and confusion in the classroom. It makes sure everyone listens and takes turns. Imagine if all students started talking at the same time. It would be hard to hear anyone. But when you raise your hands, the teacher knows you are ready to speak and everyone gets a turn. Now let us analyze the second example sentence. Take out your English book. What does it mean? Well, this means you should open your bag or desk and get your English textbook ready for the lesson. Why is it an order? Because it is a direct instruction from the teacher and you are expected to follow it right away. It helps you to be prepared for your class. Why is it important? It shows that you are ready to learn. It helps the class start on time. It keeps everyone focused on the same subject. When the teacher says take out your English book, she wants to begin the English lesson. If you don't take it out, you'll miss out on the learning and fall behind. I hope that you have understood what is an order. Now let us proceed towards the other part of our video, that is, what is a command? Well, what do you think it is? Well, the words order and a command are used interchangeably quite often, but yet there is a slight difference between them. Let us figure out what it is. Well, a command implies a sense of authority, control, or dominance where someone is directing others to do something. It can be given by anyone, that is, a person of authority like a teacher, a parent, a team leader, a military general. Commands means instruction which is given by a hierarchy in the manner that only can be given by a superior to a lower ranking person. Commands not only tell us what to do, but also how to do it. They are usually short and uses a strong verb at the beginning like sit, stand, or come. Now let us consider two example sentences for a better understanding. The first sentence is advance to the target, and the second example sentence is fall back and regroup at checkpoint alpha. Now let us consider the first example and try to understand why is it a command. Advance to the target. What does it mean? This sentence tells someone to move forward towards a specific goal or location called the target. In the army or a game, this could mean getting closer to an enemy or completing a mission. Why is it a command? It is a short, direct instruction that starts with the verb advance. It tells someone to act immediately. It is meant to be followed without question, usually in situations like the military, sports, or games where quick action is needed. Imagine you are playing a team game and your team leader shouts, "Advance to the target." That means you move ahead together to reach your goal, like capturing a flag or finishing a task. Now, let us consider the second example, fall back and regroup at the checkpoint alpha. Well, what does it mean? Fallback means to move back or retreat from where you are, usually for safety or to get ready again. Regroup means gather your team or group together in one place. Checkpoint Alpha is a special meeting place like a checkpoint or safe spot where the team is supposed to meet. So, the full sentence means go back and meet your group at the safe place like Checkpoint Alpha. Why is this a command? It tells someone exactly what to do. The sentence uses action verbs like fall back and regroup, which are imperative verbs used in commands. It is short and direct, there is no question or choice. It's meant to be followed immediately. It's usually coming from a leader. This type of command is used in serious team situation like in the army, during the team games, or even in rescue missions where everyone needs to stay safe and work together. Imagine you are playing a big outdoor team game like Capture the Flag. Your team leader sees that the other team is getting close, so they shout, "Fall back and regroup at the red tree." That means you and your teammates should stop moving forward, go back and meet together at the red tree, which is like your checkpoint alpha, to make a new plan. Now that we have understood what is an order and a command, let us quickly look into the key difference between the two. And the differences are as follows. A command is given by a person in authority or hierarchy. Commands are usually short, direct instructions which use a very strong action verb. They tell someone to do something right away and is always in the imperative form. Whereas an order can be given by anyone to anybody, may sound serious, official, or polite. They are often linked to rules or discipline. They tell us what to do and expect it to be followed seriously and can be imperative or formal rule. Let us now consider another example sentence, stand up immediately. What do you think? Is it a command or an order? Well, it is a command. And why do we say so? And what does the sentence mean? It means that the person being spoken to must get up right away without waiting or asking a question. And it is a command because it starts with a verb, that is action word. The sentence begins with stand up, which is an imperative verb. That's a sign of a command. It tells someone to do something directly. The speaker isn't asking politely or giving a choice. They are telling you exactly what to do. It must be followed immediately. The word immediately means right now, showing that the command is urgent and should not be delayed. It is short and clear. Commands are usually short and easy to understand, just like this one. Now let us consider the next sentence, close the door and sit down quietly. What do you think? Is it a command or an order? Well, the given sentence here is an order. And why is that so? What does the sentence mean? It means the person is being told to close the door and sit down quietly without making noise. This is something a teacher or an adult might say when they want the class to be calm and pay attention. Why is this an order? It comes from someone in authority. Usually this sentence is said by someone in charge, like a teacher or a parent. So it is not just a suggestion. It is something you are expected to do. It includes more than one instruction. Orders can include more than one action. Like in this case, action 1, close the door. Action 2, sit down quietly. It helps keep discipline and you must follow it immediately. Moreover, it sounds firm and respectful. Even though it is not shouted, the sentence is clear and firm, showing that it is a serious instruction, not just a friendly advice. But why do we say this particular sentence is not a command? Well, it is meant to enforce rules or discipline. Orders are used to keep things organized and respectful, like a quiet classroom. This sentence does just that. It includes calm, rule like language. Unlike commands, which are often sharp and quick, like sit, run, this sentence is more complete and polite, which sounds more like an order than a strict command. I hope you have already understood the difference between a command and an order, and so now it is time for us to practice what we have learned and what we have understood. So let us move on with the next segment of our video, and that is the practice time. So, in this section of the video, I will be providing you with sentences and you will have to decide for yourself whether the given sentence is a command or an order. And your first sentence is, bring me a pizza for dinner. Bring me a pizza for dinner. What do you think? What kind of a sentence is this? And your time starts now. Well, I think you have quite correctly guessed it and you are right, it is an order. Here comes your next sentence, and that is, put your phone away. Put your phone away. So what do you think? What kind of a sentence is this? Is it an order or is it a command? Figure out for yourself. Well, I think you have quite correctly guessed it, and the answer is it's a command. Up comes your next sentence, and that is, report to your commander. Report to your commander. What do you think? What about this sentence? Is this a command or an order? Figure it out and let me know. Well, I think you have quite correctly guessed it, and it is a command. Your next question sentence is, there will be no smoking in the bus. There will be no smoking in the bus. What about this? What do you think? What kind of a sentence is this? Is this an order or a command? Well, you are right again. This is an order and not a command. Let's take a look at our next example sentence, and that is, the police officer shouted, put up your hands. The police officer shouted, put up your hands. Well, what do you think? Is this a command or is it an order? Look at the sentence carefully and then decide for yourself. The sentence here begins with a verb, and you are absolutely right. It is a command. Now let us look into the next question that we have, and that is, finish your homework before dinner. Finish your homework before dinner. What do you think? What about this sentence? Is it a command or is it an order? I think it is an order, and you are correct too. The given sentence is an order. Now let us look into the last sentence, and that is, give me that box. Give me that box. What about this sentence? Well, this is an order too, and you have done a great job. With that, we come to the end of our video. Thank you for being with me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you have, then I would request you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any queries, you know what to do. Just pop in your questions in the comment box and I will get back to you. Until the next video, thank you very much.